Hey guys, Crypto Keys here with another update on the crypto space. So, in my last video, I talked about how to buy Bitcoin in Australia. If you haven't seen that one, check that out. And I have a few friends who've been asking, what should I invest in with Bitcoin? So, I put together this video, which is basically going to go through, if you had $1,000 right now on the 21st of October, what I would recommend you invest in. Now remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. However, I do believe there is great potential right now to make some money in this area. And so here are my recommendations. So if you had $1,000, I would recommend investing half of that into Realcoin. This is a relatively new platform, and I'll show you the website here. So Realcoin is a new coin. It's been out for the last 4 weeks, and basically you can use their lending platform to get a daily return on your investment. So right here you can see that today I'm getting paid 1.3% of my initial investment. So I have currently in Realcoin $7,850. So I get 1.4% of that today, 1.35% of that tomorrow. Oh, sorry. Yeah, and then 1.28% the day after that. And I can either choose to reinvest that money to increase my initial investment, or I can withdraw that money. And Realcoin have the ability to use a two-factor authentication with Google Authenticator, which I think is just great as another extra layer of security on your investment. Now, with Realcoin, the money that you invest is held for 99 days, and then you get that initial money back. So if you have a look here on the contract tab, I've got only 71 days left on my initial investment, and then after that 71 days I'll get that money back. And so every time you reinvest, that creates a new investment for another 99 days. But I think this is a really good program of basically growing your capital compounded at 1% per day is crazy. And these guys are a really great program to invest in. Another similar program to Realcoin is BitConnect, which you probably, if you know anything about crypto investments, is quite popular. It's been around for quite a long time, and the CEOs of BitConnect actually started Realcoin. So I think this is a newer, improved version of BitConnect. I think the trading software is better. They're paying more, so they're basically taking your money, trading that, and then returning some of that profit back to you, and of course keeping some for themselves. And also their coin, Realcoin, is increasing in value as well. So when you put that loan in, you're selling that coin back to them, and they're holding that, and as the price goes up, they can make the money back from that. So I think it's a pretty safe investment. They're just doing a few system upgrades at the moment, but all new members have full access to the site, and they can basically start making money straight away. The next thing I would recommend investing into is BitPem. I think it's important to have a diverse investment portfolio in case anything goes down. You can recover that money in other investments. So I think Realcoin's pretty safe, and I've got a lot of money into it. So hence that's why I'm suggesting that one. BitPem's another really great program, and they basically are a Bitcoin tumbling service. So you can either use their service and you can pay for that service, or you can invest in them. You give them your money, and then they'll give that money back plus interest. So if you go to BitPem, I would recommend at the moment, if you do invest in Bitcoin but get paid in US dollars. I think the Bitcoin price is going to go down after the fork. And you can do this over 6 weeks which is 147% return. So if you put $100 in, after 6 weeks, you would get $147. Or you can go for 9 weeks, which is 180% return. So after 9 weeks, if you put $100 in, you get $180 back. In the 6-week program, it takes a month for you to break even. In the 9 weeks, just a little bit more than that. And they pay you out every hour, which is great. So you can withdraw your money once you've reached $10 US. And if you invested $250 like I recommend, you will get that $10 every day. So you can withdraw that straight away and put it elsewhere or reinvest it yourself. They offer 4.5% interest on the weekdays, and that drops down to, I think, 1% or less than 1% on the weekends. So it's pretty slow on the weekend. And I see I've got multiple investments here in Litecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. They pay out almost instantly, and I think that's a really strong point of BitPem, and it's a great way to grow, I guess, your initial investments for other programs. So another one that I think is worth chucking a little bit of money into is called Chain Group. It's similar to BitPem. Chain Group is an escrow service that connects you with other investment companies. So there's different investment companies you can choose from. Dragon Foundation, I think, is probably the most competitive. They're paying out around 2 to 3% per day. But the awesome thing about Dragon Foundation is that they are 180-day contracts. So basically, if you put in some money into these guys, it may take 30 days to get that money back. But then after that, so the remaining 150 days, they're paying you money for nothing. And they do have a $100,000 stabilization fund, so if anything was to happen, you would get a little bit of money from that, although I don't think it'd be much. It is something that once you've got your initial money investment back from, you can get a constant income for the remaining period of the contract. And for that reason, I really like Dragon Foundation. So the last two investments that I would recommend are what we call ICOs, or initial coin offerings. So these coins are just starting out right now, Glasscoin and Electriccoin. So you can buy them at this early stage, so like a Kickstarter stage, and when they hit the market very soon, in about a month or 2 months' time, you'd be able to sell that for a profit. Or if you believe in the project, you could hang on to it and see how much you could potentially make on that coin. So Glasscoin is one that I've bought a little bit of. You can purchase Glasscoin every 3 hours, so they're releasing 2,000 Glasscoin every 3 hours. You basically would just deposit your Bitcoin into here, and then when the timer, so in 56 minutes, you could go buy Glasscoin, takes you to a new screen, and you can purchase that Glasscoin if you're quick enough. But again, they're selling it every 3 hours, so it's pretty easy to get your hands on. Now, Glasscoin are offering a lending program just like Realcoin. Realcoin, like I said, I made a lot of money on. I bought 300 Realcoin at 90 cents and was able to sell that at around average of $26, and that's how I've got this much in here. I think these other lending programs will do similar. Glasscoin, you can buy it now for 80 cents. When they hit the exchange in a month, they could easily go to $10. $5 at the very bottom, and then anywhere upwards of $20 to $30. There's a huge amount of money to be made here, but it is quite risky because we don't know if the company are going to do what they say they're going to do, or if they're just going to take off with your money. But the thing I like about Glasscoin is that they actually have a separate Glasscoin wallet. So once you've bought the Glasscoin, you can transfer it to your Glasscoin wallet, and then it's safe there to go onto the exchange whenever you feel like selling it, or put back into their lending program. The other coin here is Electriccoin. If you haven't seen my video on Electriccoin, please check it out at my YouTube channel, Crypto Keys. I talk about the reasons why I like Electriccoin. I've bought some Electriccoin. I think this is another great ICO program starting up. Again, it's quite cheap. They're 90 cents a coin, so I think it's worth putting $50 of your 1,000 into that and seeing what happens. So let's say you followed my advice, you put in that money, your $1,000 into those 5 different investments. How are we looking in December? So scenario 1, basically Realcoin, you haven't reinvested any of that money, you've withdrawn all of it. You would then have $860. So you would have your initial $500 that they would pay out at the end of the 90 days, and you would have your daily withdrawals on that added up. So that comes to $860. In BitPem, let's say you didn't reinvest in BitPem, you did one 9-week investment, so that was a extra 80% of your money. You've turned your $300 into $540. If you put that into Chain Group, your $150 at, I think I did the calculations at 2%, you would have $180, so you would have got your initial investment back plus $30, and then they would be paying you that 2% every day for the remaining 120 days on your contract. Glasscoin, you would own 50 Glasscoin. They would be worth, let's say, minimum $5. I've seen Natcoin, which no one even really talked about or even bought into, go to $5. You've now made $250 each on that investment. And scenario 2 means basically, let's say these coins go up to the $20 mark. You know, in scenario 1, you've doubled your money. In scenario 2, if these coins do go to $20 a coin, you've effectively quadrupled your investment in a period of 60 days or 2 months. So there you go, guys. I hope that video was useful. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the videos. Crypto Keys out.